Hi, I'm here to show you my method of tapering benzodiazepines using the ethanol method. I use 100 proof vodka right now. I have used 40% or 80 proof in the past, but I found that the 100 proof dissolves them a little bit faster. What I use currently is 0.5 milligram Clonazepam, and I dissolve it with 1 ml per 1 milligram, or 1 ml per pill, in a glass pint jar. I've measured out 3 mils, and I'm going to squirt that in the jar, enough to cover the pills, and let it dissolve. It happens pretty fast in the 50% vodka, which is 100 proof. You can see it already starting to break apart. While that's dissolving, I'm going to show you some instructions. And I learned this method in a Facebook group, which is now closed, but it's pretty similar to what Benzo Buddies teaches. First thing I do is measure out 450 mils of water. Then I drop the pills into the glass jar and add enough alcohol to cover the pills. And I used to let it dissolve about 10 minutes. That was for the 80 proof. It doesn't take that long with the 50 proof. After it's dissolved, I add the water to the jar, put the lid on and shake it. Then I transfer it to a container just because it's easier to pour. Then I measure my dose out in a graduated cylinder. 100 ml was recommended by Benzo Buddies, and that works great for a long time. You might want to go to a 50 ml cylinder later on. Using this method, there's no need to crush the pills using a mortar and a pestle. And I'll show you a document that has been developed to teach you the math and how to know what dose you're taking and how many mils to drink. I'll link this document from a Google document, which you can download and study. And so these pills are beginning to dissolve quite nicely. Give it a little shake. And I've been told that the particles that remain are just simply fillers and binders, coatings, whatever. But those do not affect your taper, as the alcohol, which is ethanol plus water, will dissolve the benzodiazepine ingredients. So a chemist told me not to worry about the particles that are left. And I've let this sit for as much as 10 minutes and as little as 3. I like to mix 2 jars at once. There's the 450 mils of water. If you can see, it comes to the top of the bottom ring of this pint jar. Then after it's dissolved and the water's added, put the lid on and shake it a few times to get it mixed completely. And you could measure right out of the jar if you want. I've used this syringe at times just to fill the graduated cylinder, but I like to store it in this plastic bottle. It's a vitamin water bottle. It's real sturdy. And then I pour it into the cylinder. I'm going to fill it to 100 mils. And as you can see, it's a little over, so I put the dropper in, pull out the excess, and squirt it back into the bottle. And then I pour it into a glass. If I want to reduce further than that, I can pull out using a syringe or this dropper. If I wanted to drink 95, I'd pull out 5, and I've already tested this dropper. Return it to the bottle. This dropper does measure accurately. I have a small graduated cylinder I've measured it with. So now I've got 90 mils. I pulled out 100, measured 100 in the graduated cylinder, poured it into the glass, and now I've got 90 mils to drink. And that's really all there is to it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.